Hey there, everybody. Parks Ousley here, and I'm joined by Closer. After a very long opening game against Evil Geniuses, what was it, like 50 minutes or something? Like
Yeah,
three Elder Drakes. You guys came away with the win in the end, which I know
yes.
feels really good because you hate to lose after a long one like that.
Yeah, definitely.
How is the team feeling right now after all of that?
To be honest, I think our early game was pretty good. I just watched back on the replay briefly. We were up like 7k before the Elder fight. I think if we play the fight better, the game is not even close. So I think we played our comp well. Like considering we were pretty not that pretty bad, but like we were bad definitely past weeks. And considering like we are on like 5 game win streak now, and we still have some time to fix our mistakes till playoffs. So I believe that I'm happy with the win, to be honest. Even though it was a stressful game, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think the good thing from this is you got the win, and you can still learn a lot.
Yeah, definitely. That's the best one.
Yeah. Always feels good when you can be productive and also you get the
Yeah.
good result.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the 5 game win streak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that feels good. I think, we've been in the conversation for a couple weeks now about we're nearing closer to playoffs, who are going to be the strong teams. It has been TL versus Cloud9. That's all anyone's really been talking about for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But with this win, with the 5 game win streak, with Cloud9 losing to TSM, do you feel like you're going to be able to overtake them maybe in the standings? I know you play them next week. How do you feel about that matchup?
I mean, to be honest, I don't ever think, like, even if we are like 0-18, obviously we can't make playoffs, but like, I never think that I'm going to lose when I play against someone. Like, I'm always obviously going to try to do my best, and I believe we can beat anyone. So like last year it was same, other teams was favorites. It's still same this year, and we just focus on ourselves. That's the most important.
Yeah, I like to hear that. We're hoping for a 3-0, of course, the
Yeah.
100 Thieves camp. But the Cloud9 one is like, that's the big game for next week. And it could also be kind of like a little preview of the playoffs, because if y'all are like second and third or something, then you may end up playing each other.
Yeah.
How do you feel about how the two teams match up specifically?
I mean, I'm always excited to play against the best teams in the league. To be honest, like, we're gonna play against TSM, and you have to be scared of a man has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So, like every match is scared. To be honest, against Dignitas as well. Like, we lost to them all the time. Now we have to finally we have to redeem ourselves. So we have 3 important matches coming, and yeah, I think we're gonna do our best, and we are going for 8 win streak. That's our goal.
All right. Well, that sounds good. I want to talk to you some about your season. I think, 100 Thieves had a little period where you were struggling, but you looked pretty good throughout the struggle, and people were kind of talking about you and Someday, especially him. He's been very solid this split,
Yeah.
and you have still looked very solid as well, even when the team is struggling. But then when we talk about, Cloud9, they've got Summit, who looks like the MVP front runner. We've got Blabber, who was, MVP of like every spring split for the last
Yeah.
few years. How do you feel about your kind of split so far, your performance individually, outside of the 100 Thieves record and things like that?
Like, to be honest, like these late years of my career, like, I'm more so thinking like I have to be there individually, to not get outperformed by my enemy, but I also want to make sure that I'm getting something to my team. Like, I'm not gonna just only farm and like try to look good or something. Like, I'm always gonna try to win, and I think individually I did well, but like, being a better team is more important to me, and I'm more so focusing on that and making sure my performance is still at the top. So hopefully playoff time is just gonna be the same as last year, last split.
Yeah, I'm sure that you all would like to repeat that from
Yeah.
last split. What would it mean for you to go to MSI for the first time?
I mean, it would mean a lot, to be honest, since I won LCS as well. Like, my goal keeps getting bigger. I want to be successful international as well. Like, I don't want to just like win this league and then get shit on at the international and get memed by the people. Like, I want to be remembered good, and I'll make sure to do that.
Yeah. And then my last question for you. The jungle, we've had all sorts of MVPs. Last summer was Spica, spring was Blabber. You have been performing very well. We've got Santorin, who's having another very good split again. How do you feel about jungle this split? especially considering the role was kind of hurt a little bit in the offseason, kind of changed up. Some of the style of jungle was changed, but you are still performing very well. Junglers in the LCS are doing great.
Yeah.
How do you kind of feel about the role?
I mean, about the role, I think like Blaber and Santon is looking great, obviously, but like after some point, like you can't really do. You can't do so much in the role because it's kind of team reliant on the higher level. So I feel like in the end, better team will win, to be honest. But like if you affect the game a lot by jungle, then you are the MVP, obviously. But like I still think team is more important than the role still.
Well, thank you very much. Do you want to say anything to 100 Thieves fans who are excited about the 5-0, hoping for the 8-0, and before we get into playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna try to get eight win streak, but the main goal is like even if we don't get the win streak, hopefully we can be ready at the playoffs. That's our biggest goal, like making sure like if we lose one more game and be better at playoffs, we don't care. So we're gonna try our best. Thanks for supporting us, and thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.